Welcome back, creators. Welcome to Shop Talk. This is part 3 of our 3-part series on the power of playlists. Thank you for joining me, and we're going to get right to the meat of the matter. Thank you for joining me. If you're joining us on that vertical stream, check out your poll question. That poll question today is, do you have a growth mindset as a YouTube content creator? And then I want to say a special hello to those who are joining us on the horizontal stream. Good day to you as well. And friends, you have a very special poll question as well. So check out those poll questions and go ahead and begin to answer them now. We'll be checking on those poll questions throughout this stream. On the horizontal stream, your poll question for today is, how often do you promote your playlists? Every week, every now and then, or almost never? So think about that, friends. It's just that easy, friends. It's all on you. You are the content creator. You are the you in YouTube. You are your brand. And friends, as part of that, you must market your product. And if your product is the content that is embedded down in your playlist, then friends, you've got to market those playlists as well. Friends, how on earth do you expect folks to binge your content if you don't remind them that it's there? Think about your playlist and the packaging of your playlist. Think about that as a giant billboard that you see on the expressways as you go throughout the world outside of YouTube. Think about all of the ads that you see rolling as you are scrolling through YouTube. And friends, I appreciate you who have stopped the scroll today to join me for this special edition of Shop Talk. It's part 3 of our 3-part series on the power of playlists. This is one way that you can grow your channel to and through monetization. If you are seeking monetization, you're in the right place at the right time, because I am teaching you step by step how to use playlists to activate growth on your channel. It's just that easy, friends. But one of the things that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to package and market your playlist. Friends, if you want to have growth on your channel, you've got to have a growth mindset. I appreciate all of those content creators and viewers, subscribers, members of Kendi K's group who have assembled at this moment. I see you and I hear you. And what that shows me, if you are here as part of the Content Creator Collective, thank you for being here. Welcome in to this edition of Shop Talk. That means you do have a growth mindset. And it's shout out to all of those on the vertical stream who are showing us that they have a growth mindset. I want to remind those who are on the vertical stream, don't forget that the party always resides on the horizontal stream during Shop Talk, because if you come over to the horizontal stream, look for that link. I've already pinned it to the top of the chat. Come on over, join us on the horizontal stream, because that's where you're going to get the step-by-steps for all of the strategies that we're talking about. And we're talking about growth strategies today, because that's what we do for each and every day of Shop Talk. But by the way, friends, every episode of Shop Talk is live Q&A for the YouTube content creator. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you all for being here. I'm Kendi K all day. I'm truly impressed with all of these content creators who have a growth mindset. They came over with intention on this great day so that they could activate more growth on your channel. Raise your hand, everybody. In fact, this is how you raise your hand while we're on this live stream. Go ahead and hit that like button and let me know that, yes, I've got a growth mindset. I want to activate more growth on my channel. And friends, I'll know that you're activating growth on your channel by hitting the like button for this stream. And thank you for being here for this edition of Shop Talk. What else can you do? Friends, I'm giving you ample opportunity. If you are joining us on the vertical stream, hey y'all, hey, and thank you for hitting that poll question for me today. Do you have a growth mindset? And if you do, then I want you to look for the link at the top of the screen and join us over on the horizontal, because I want you to be able to share out your channel link. And friends, if you've already shared out your channel link by using our keywords, and thank you, Gemini Diva. I want to shout out to our moderator, Gemini Diva. Shout out to Caring for Others and Me, and Miss Sandra James Living It. I see Gemini Diva as well. I see some of my core crew and crew members. Thank you for being you. If you are interested in becoming a member of Kendi K's crew, that's my memberships, then click on the join button. And friends, if you see the word subscribe, then that means you're not yet a subscriber on this channel, and you can activate that for free on this channel and any of your other favorite creators' channels. Friends, what else can you do if you want to activate growth on your channel? Friends, you've got to bring folks' eyes, viewers, back to your content. Of course, I'm speaking about your long form videos and your live streams. And friends, you've got to think about connecting your content, right? And that's what playlists do for you. They allow you to connect your related content, emphasis on your related content that has a similar theme. For instance, this part 3 in this 3-part series is part of the Power of Playlist series on my channel for Shop Talk. And friends, I am only putting these 3 videos, plus a few more step-by-step tutorials that I've been putting together behind the scenes for you all, so that you can get everything you need in this series, The Power of Playlist. But friends, you want to link your videos. How do you link your videos, Kendi K? And of course, the long-form videos and the live streams, you link them in several different ways. One way that you can link them is by going to the end screen of every one of your videos. If you're not sure what an end screen is, or if you've seen end screens where you see the content creator has a video available to you, or even better, a playlist available for you to click on to get more binge-worthy content from that content creator. If you've seen that, but you don't know how to activate that on your channel, no fear. Kendi K has covered it several times in 124 episodes of Shop Talk and counting. Friends, stick and stay so that you can grow your channel. But you want to activate by putting your playlist, not just a single video, but put a playlist at the end of each and every one of your long form videos or your live streams. Now, you won't be able to put those playlists on the end screens until after your live streams go into the replay mode. We call those video on demands, okay? In the YouTube streets, we call those replays, but the YouTube supercomputers, they refer to them as VODs. V as in Victor, O as in octopus, D as in dog, videos on demand. See, that's what we do here for Shop Talk. If you have any questions about playlists or anything as a YouTube content creator, go ahead and drop those questions now, and I will get you right up on the screen. And friends, if you have shared out your channel link, and friends, let's point to this great creator. I see Caring for Others and Me, a member of Kendi K's crew, and that's crew with a K. Thank you for your membership, Caring for Others and Me. This is the key word that you need to drop. It's 2 short words, put them together, no spaces, no capital letters, and it will automatically drop your channel link. It is powered by Nightbot. Do you want to activate that Nightbot app on your channel? Kendi K's got you covered. Friends, go ahead and share out your channel link as much as you want during this live stream. And then once you've shared it once or twice, go ahead. Take the plunge. This is the way you hype your own channel during the episodes of Shop Talk. We've got our own little Kendi K Shop Talk hype program here, friends. Tell us a little bit about your channel. If I've been checking out your channel, I'm going to boost you. I'm going to hype you up to the Content Creator Collective. Who, Kendi K, is the Content Creator Collective? Friends, if you're watching this video on the replay, if you're watching us live, and if you're chatting up with us on the vertical stream or the horizontal stream at this moment or on the replay, you, friend, you are part of the Content Creator Collective. It's the Shop Talk Content Creator Collective. And friends, another way that you can link your viewers and so that they can binge watch more of your content is by adding an information card inside of your long form videos or your live streams once they go into that VOD, the replay mode. What it means is you go back and then you go into the editor part of the full desktop edition of YouTube Studio. I said the full desktop edition of YouTube Studio, and you want to add an information card, and you can link to a playlist, Yes, I said it, to a playlist or to a long form video. Then, if folks have a lot of interest in one of your favorite recipes or some of your cruise content, or some of your weight loss journey content. See, I just happen to know that Caring for Others and Me, friends, she's a lady of a particular age. Happy birthday, Terry, who just had a birthday just last week, friends. And friends, she is sharing her weight loss journey. And she is doing that with such transparency. And I appreciate you because I'm also on a weight loss journey. Thank you for being here for this edition of Shop Talk. Let's take this moment and let's welcome in some other creators. We want to welcome in Life with Wanda, 5537. Friends, she has a lifestyle channel as well as a lady of a particular age. And friends, I saw some of her content this morning. She was live on location at the church house this morning. And friends, I caught her late over in the evening hours, y'all. She was doing some of her faith-based content. She does live devotionals. She's been doing some cooking. But friends, she's also a member of the gardening community. She's just sharing her life with transparency. And y'all, she's also a crafter and crocheter. So y'all check out these fabulous channels, if you will. We want to welcome back Be Well with Cara. Thank you for joining us, sister friend. I was part of a great live stream. Cara is on a wellness and health and wellness journey, a weight loss journey, if you will, and she is using Zepbound to help her get there. So, friends, you know I connect and resonate with that because I am using a GLP-1 as well for my medical weight loss. Thank you for being you in the YouTube streets. Welcome in, Be Well with Cara. We've got so many creators joining us. Welcome in, Nichols. Welcome in, the Nichols. Thank you for being here for this edition of Shop Talk. Bambi is in the building. Thank you for joining us, Bambi. Thank you for being here. Bambi is a content creator that she monetized right before I did, and we've been rocking and riding in these YouTube streets. Y'all, Bambi showered upon me one of my most coveted pieces of happy mail in the form of a cartoon, an animated cartoon that features Kitty K all day. I'm going to have to make a post about that so we can push traffic back over to Bambi's. What a great collaboration. What a great gift to another content creator. Thank you for being you, Bambi. And we've been rocking in these YouTube streets. I'm not quite sure. Bambi, tell us a little bit more about your channel and how long you've been on YouTube. But I do know you monetized your channel fully just before I did. And I monetized my channel back in August of 2025. I reached full monetization. In fact, I was able to fully monetize, moving from partial monetization, that first level of monetization, to full monetization in less than 30 days. Yes, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining me. This is Kendi K all day. Let me see. We've got so many creators. Sandra James, thank you for being you. Sandra James, stay tuned, friend. You're going to see yourself in the visuals once we move to the full edition, friends. I'm just giving us a brief explanation because we've got so many friends who join Shop Talk from this vertical stream, and we want to welcome you all. And don't forget to hit that poll question. Do you have a growth mindset? Speaking of poll questions, let's check out on those friends who are joining us from the horizontal stream. How often do you promote your own content embedded in playlists? Every week, 43% of you. Those 43% of you, you're doing the right thing, friend. Now, go from every week to every few days, making sure that you're promoting your playlist. Another way that you can promote your playlist, friends, is by dropping a pinned comment underneath your long form videos and under your live streams. You can also promote a playlist during a live stream by activating a pinned comment at the top of your screen. Those who are on the vertical, you see a link to the horizontal stream, and I invite you to join us at any time. And friends, we are almost through, and then we're going to get on over there and we're going to show the visuals. We're going to do some step-by-steps, and I'm going to show you how to optimize your playlist. Y'all, make sure that you continue to review your playlists once you create them. How many playlists do you have as a YouTuber? Go ahead, think about it for a second and drop a number in the chat. Let us know how many playlists you have on your channel as a YouTuber at this moment. How many playlists do you have on your channel? Caring for others and me. Thank you all for being here. So many content creators. Gemini Diva is saying hello to everyone. Appreciate everybody. And I love this from Gemini Diva. I can tell that she has a growth mindset. Gemini Diva says, I am listening and taking notes. Yes, yes, yes. Friends, I see some folks who are joining us from the vertical screen. In order for your link to show up, you're going to need to pop out. Use the link at the top of your vertical screen and join us on the horizontal stream. Then your link will be active and folks will be able to click it and get right over there to your content and check you out. Yes. The Nickel says they have about 5 playlists on this particular channel. And this looks, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is a second channel for the Nickels. And so that's a really good number to start with. Each of those 5 playlists, if you want to optimize them, it should be around just one central theme. One central theme, not just a hodgepodge of stuff. Like I'm putting all my content into one single playlist. Well, how will folks find the content that they want to see on your channel? Take a person like Life with Wanda, 57, 50, 55, 37. Take a person like Life with Wanda. Friends, there she is. Hey there, Life with Wanda. Take a person like her who has multiple aspects to their lifestyle channel. Friends, she does some cooking now. She does lots of gardening. She's a member of the gardening community in these YouTube streets. She does daily and weekly devotionals. She is a Christian woman. She's a believer. And so, friends, she's got all those aspects, right? And she's also a crafter who has just really been sharing lots of tips and pro tips about diamond painting, if you're into that diamond painting. And she makes me excited for diamond painting. She's got all 4 of those aspects. So that is at least 4 separate playlists, right? Don't put them all into one. We need 4 separate playlists for each one of those themes, and continue to update those playlists, moving those videos where you have the strongest number of views and watch hours, because that must mean there is something about that particular video that folks are really leaning into. Did you see how I did that? That must be something in your content that folks are really leaning into. So make that one of the top videos, one of the first videos in your playlist that people will watch. Because if they, like many of the other viewers who have watched that content, if you have a significant number of views on that content, and even more important than the views is the watch hours on the content, you really want to have that be one of the lead characters in your playlist. That's what I'm saying. And y'all, these are the things that I do regularly. Y'all, I don't believe in spending all day and all night on YouTube as a part-time content creator. As a woman of particular age, ain't nobody got time for that. But friends, I believe in working smarter, not harder. Gemini Diva says she has 1 playlist. So Gemini Diva, I know your content. I know you're on a weight loss journey. I know that you're a baker. She is a fantastic baker. And because she's a type 2 diabetic, she features lots of baking desserts by adding no sugar. And so she is reinventing. So she's a little bit of baker with a lot of science going into her baking. And so again, that can be a separate playlist, and so could your shopping hauls as well. She's an avid reader, 5,000 titles on her Kindle and counting. Friends, that should be a playlist all of its own. Y'all, level up in 2026. Do y'all know when July 1st comes in here this week? Friends, do you realize we're going to be in the second half of the calendar year? And that means we're going to be starting quarter 3. July, August, and September mark quarter 3 in this here calendar year. If you're not going to level up now, when, friend? You are part of the Content Creator Collective. We have a growth mindset over here. Thank you for being here. Look at all these content creators who are joining us at this moment. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you investing in you as a content creator. Friends, let's go ahead and let's make this transition right now so that we can get right to the meat of the matter. Friends, it's all about the power of the playlist. It's time for me to show you some how to really maximize and package your playlist correctly. And friends, this is the last part in this 3-part series on the power of playlists. Friends, let's continue to welcome some folks in as we look at ways. Friends, here's one way that, again, I push traffic to my playlist. I am all the time dropping links to playlists as pinned comments underneath my long form videos and my live streams once they go into replay. If you are live, you can also pin a comment to the top of the chat, and it could be a playlist. So again, you want power in the playlist, so give them the bigger package, link them directly over to a playlist, one of your playlists that contains some of your most loved content based on your watch hours and your live streams. We want to welcome in Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey. Look at all these content creators who are joining us. And there's another content creator. It's Mrs. Barry and Mrs. Liz. Happy Sunday to you both. Thank you all for joining us, friends. So again, these are the things that we've been learning during this series to activate the power of playlists on our channel. Friends, anytime you see those blue URL links, those are hyperlinks. Then that means that folks can click right on over directly through the comments now. That's why I invited you all over here to the horizontal stream so that you could continue to drop your playlist. Drop your channel link again and again. You won't be able to drop a playlist here, but you will be able to drop your channel link using the power of Nightbot. And don't forget to write a sentence or two and tell us a little bit about the type of content that you put out on your channel. But friends, look at how I have pinned URLs in the comment sections underneath my long form videos and my live streams. Friends, because every time a viewer clicks on one of those blue hyperlinks, friends, that shows positive engagement on my channel. And friends, that's what you want, is more and more and more positive engagement signals on your channel. And friends, the thing that matters most as a YouTuber that I have learned after 2.5 years on YouTube, friends, what I've learned most is the thing that matters most as a YouTube content creator. Friends, that thing is the watch hours. The most powerful engagement signal on your YouTube channel is the watch hours. So remember that as you begin to order and package your playlists and market them to who? To your viewers. And then hopefully you'll be able to convert those viewers into subscribers. Once you reach monetization, you will, by putting out your best content, not perfect content. There's no perfection in YouTube, y'all. We're all perfecting our craft and getting better and better and stronger. And guess what? We are better together as YouTube content creators. That's what we do over here on Shop Talk. We connect, we collaborate, we are learning the strategies to grow our channel, and we're implementing those strategies. Friends, I hope that you're getting a lot out of this episode of Shop Talk. And if you are, then drop one of those things in the comments. Tell me something that you have learned today as a strategy to further implement and get the power, the full power out of playlists throughout this series. This is the last part in this 3-part series on the power of playlists. Let's get back into it, friends. Look at Life with Wanda. She said she is listening and cutting up watermelon. Friends, I want to point you to a playlist that I found on Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journeys channel. Friends, check out his playlist. It is called Walk Around the Block. And friends, just based on the title, I think you already know what this playlist is about. His theme is walking. Friends, Grant has lost a substantial amount of weight using a GLP-1, and he and his wife, Christy, are both now using GLP-1s for medical supervised weight loss, and we applaud you both. But this particular playlist, all you're going to get here is Grant's faithful GLP-1 journey as he's walking and talking. Yes. And so do you see what we mean when we say package your playlist and optimize the key words? When I look at the keywords in the title of Grant's playlist, that's over on the green side, on the left-hand side on your screen, he's titled this playlist, Walk Around the Block. Grant, I would recommend that the one key word that I see is walk or walking. Okay. And so if I were you, I would work with AI. And my recommendation is to work with Ask Studio directly through the full desktop edition of your YouTube Studio app and let it suggest to you some more SEO optimized keywords to really mesh out and hash out further that title to this playlist, because I know that it's not just you walking, Grant, but you are walking and chatting. So maybe it's walk and chat with me. Because then I have two keywords that viewers are looking for. I'm looking for walking, for fitness and exercise. I'm looking to get outside of Grant's home and his home office. And we're going to get outside and see what we can see outside in these real streets as Grant is walking. And Grant, thank you for that trip down to the camp meeting in Craigsville. What a great opportunity and what a lovely treat that I wasn't even expecting. Thank you for being here. To all of these creators who are joining us, we want to welcome in Brenda Huckabee. Hey there. Hey, friend. Thank you. And thank you for being such a committed member of the Content Creator Collective. Y'all check out Brenda Huckabee 7282. I love your channel profile pic. It just takes me back to vacation times. Brenda Huckabee. Grant has ordered his playlist. And friends, I just want to, before we move on from this, I want to make sure that you really see all of the number of views that he's picked up by putting his content into playlist. 174 views, 273 views. And another one of his videos in this playlist has garnered 263 views and even 227 views. Way to go, Grant. You're doing that thing. Yes, yes. And Grant is chiming in. He says, a great suggestion from Candy K. Yeah, just that's how we do, y'all. We're just creators helping creators so that we can all level up in 2026. And friends, I see a friend coming back to connect with us again. Hey there, Glorious Earth. Thank you for connecting with us again. Glorious Earth puts out a lot of AI supported content on her channel. And friend, I will tell you this. The YouTube Partner Program issued some new guidelines this time last spring and summer. But what they did double down on is they said you can continue to use AI to streamline your content creation process. But friends, you must continue to be in the YouTube Partner Program guidelines and stay within the YouTube community guidelines at all times. So AI is allowed on your YouTube channel, but you must abide by the specific guidelines based on your content. So check out Glorious Earth if you're not yet familiar with that channel. Glorious Earth, don't forget to drop your channel link and tell us a little bit more about your channel. I see so many folks in the Content Creator Collective who are joining us at this moment. And friends, what I want to do at this moment, friends, I'm going to bring us down for just a moment so that we can continue. Sandra James says, hey there, Sandra. Sandra says that she is going to promote her playlist even more. I know that's right, Sandra James. Y'all, if you're a part-time YouTuber, just like I am, friends, you're the producer. You are the talent. You are you in YouTube, friends. You are the product. Yes, you are the brand. You are the marketer and the promoter and the editor and the producer. It's you against you. And but one thing about it, friends, there is nobody, absolutely nobody that can show up in these YouTube streets like you do. And friends, y'all check out Sandra James Living It. And she says one thing that she's going to be working on now is promoting her playlist even more. I really strongly suggest that you do that. We've been using, and I have a series on the power of community posts, putting out posts on your channel when you don't have time to upload a new long form video or go live. Just drop a community post on your channel, and friends, start including links to your playlist on those community posts. Bring folks back to some of your earlier content, especially that content where you don't have a lot of views. Sometimes you don't have a lot of views because you didn't have a lot of viewers or subscribers at the time. Friends, so there's no time like the present to push new viewers and new subscribers back to some of your older content. Y'all, that's how we work smarter, not harder, as YouTube content creators. Friends, at this moment, I'm going to go over and we're going to take a look at one of my playlists. And friends, we're going to be looking at the playlist that I created for this series on the power of playlists. As you can see, I have 3 videos in this playlist. Today's episode of the power of playlists, I have part 2, where we were looking at packaging for our playlist and marketing our playlist. And then the very first episode was, we went all the way back. We started at the bottom so that we could grow from there. I went step by step teaching folks how to create a playlist on their smartphone. And then if they really wanted to level up, how to then use the full desktop edition of YouTube Studio to batch create their playlist and drop their content into playlists in batches. So here is this is the playlist that goes with this series on the power of playlists. And friends, I want to make sure that you are getting all that you can out and to maximize your playlist. So we're in this playlist, and friends, Kenny K has over 60 playlists, right? And so friends, first of all, what I'm putting in this playlist is the horizontal version of each of these live streams. Notice that we operate on the vertical and the horizontal at the same time using the Mars feature through StreamYard. But in this particular playlist, I am only using the horizontal views of these videos because they're now in the replay. And friends, I also have a separate playlist for what I call the Shop Talk Minis, which are the mobile editions. And friends, you make sure that as you look at playlists, make sure that you are, if you like to view things on the vertical, then you're usually just going to get my voice walking you through the strategies. But again, if you want to see me walking through step by step, showing you how with my real content like I'm doing at this moment, then you need to be watching the full playlist, and it should be in the horizontal mode, if that helps you. Thank you all for joining me for this edition of Shop Talk. So here, when we talk about thinking about our playlist and making sure, review these playlists, because now the very first thing that folks are going to see if they click on my link to this playlist is they're going to see part 3. Well, friends, you as content creators, you're already watching a part 3. So think about what makes sense for this playlist. Okay. In this case, it is a 3-part series, and I want to start with the easiest concepts, or what the people would naturally need first, and that is how to create a playlist. And many folks said they already knew how to create a playlist, but what folks weren't as clear on is, but Candy K, I didn't know we could batch create a playlist and drop as many as 10 or 15 or 20 of our videos into a single playlist with 1 or 2 clicks. Yes, you can do it just like that. You don't have to put content into playlists one by one. Not if you use the full desktop edition of YouTube Studio and you batch that playlist content. using the batch form steps. And I taught you that during step 1. So friends, what we're going to do is, this is how it is at this moment. Things are published and put into the playlist, starting with the most recent content first. Sometimes I do that. I sure do. But friends, in this case, I want to point people going step by step. This is part 1. Power moves that grew my channel. That's where I introduced you to the power of playlist and showed you how to create playlists using your smartphone or the full test desktop edition of YouTube Studio. And then I'm going to take folks to part 2, where we learned about packaging our playlist and marketing the playlist. And now, Pat, in part 3, friends, we are learning how to get more views and more watch time on our playlist during this final part in this 3-part series on the power of playlist. And friends, when you look over at the blue section on the left-hand side of the screen, friends, that's what folks are going to see. They're going to see your content laid out exactly as it is now. And in this case, I've ordered these things from the most viewers, from the oldest content all the way up to part 3 of 3 in this power of playlist series that we're going through at this moment. But friends, I want to point you to the blue border on the left-hand side of your screen. That's kind of your title screen. And friend, do you see that little pencil there? Friends, you can click on that pencil. And friends, I'm going to click on that pencil, and that is where you add a thumbnail to your playlist. That is how easy it is for you to add a thumbnail to your playlist. All you do is click on that little pencil and create your own thumbnail. And I use my virtual assistant AI to help me streamline my content creation processes. And look at this beautiful thumbnail it has created for me to put on my whole playlist. Friends, if you don't create your own thumbnail, then it's going to default and use the thumbnail from the first video in your playlist. And I used to do that as well. But friends, now that I'm leveling up, because it's almost the 3rd quarter of this calendar year, friends, it's time for me to level up. Do you see the color scheme changed a little bit based on that thumbnail? And friends, now things are looking even better to me. And friends, don't forget to do these things too. I'm clicking on the more button over on the border on the left-hand side on the title slide over there where it says play all. I'm clicking on the word more. And here is the description for that playlist. And it tells you all the things that you can learn. Look at how I optimized the description of this playlist. And do you see my hashtags at the bottom of this playlist? Y'all, these are all the things that we went through step by step in this edition, in this series on the power of playlist. Y'all, thank you all for joining me for this edition of Shop Talk. It's live creator Q&A for the YouTube content creator. We've got so many creators who are joining us, and the Nichols, that's what we do here. It's creators helping creators. And Nichols, I can see that you have a growth mindset because you are saying, hey, I've got work to do. I've got work to do on my playlist. Yes, I'm teaching you the things that you can do to optimize, to package your playlist and promote it to get more viewers on your content. And we've got an update from Glorious Earth saying that they do original content, making AI music for videos. Love that. Travel and nature. Yes, if you want to know step by step how to batch create your playlist by dropping as many as 10. And friends, I didn't go that far with it because I want to take it step by step. But friends, you can at least drop in 10 videos or live streams into a single playlist with just 2 clicks of your mouse or taps using your track monitor on your keyboard or on your device. Friends, it's just that easy. And so if you've been dropping content into a playlist, or, oh my goodness, I hope you're not one of those creators who does not yet have a single playlist of friends. How do you think Candy K got 1,700 152 watch hours on her content in the last 28 days, y'all, through the power of my playlist by optimizing my playlist. Friends, thank you all for being here for this edition of Shop Talk. It's live Q&A for the YouTube content creator. And friends, let's look at two content creators. Friends, I want to make sure that this is a valuable experience for you. I've invited you to share your channel link all throughout this stream. That's what we do over here on Shop Talk. It's not a sit and get, friends. We're over here hyping ourselves and dropping our channel links and telling folks a little bit about our channel so that we can connect and grow together. We are better together. And friends, I want to point you to Reset with CC. Y'all, check out Reset with CC. Y'all, she is on a weight loss journey using a GLP-1. Y'all, she has met her goal weight, losing. She's now at about 140 pounds, friends, and she's trying to maintain all of that weight that she has lost. And friends, she's giving folks a post on her channel. Y'all, when you can't put out long form videos or live streams, and y'all, I'm just a part-time content creator, so I am not able to put out a long-form video and do a live stream every single day of the week. Friends, I'm just a part-time content creator. And friends, I will tell you this. I became fully monetized, and I never did that. Friends, that's doing the most. That is doing the most, especially as a content creator who is not even yet monetized. Friends, I did not have to do that to get to monetization. And friends, if that is what you are trying to do, aren't you tired? Aren't you burnt out? Are you questioning, do you really want to be a YouTuber, a fully monetized YouTuber? Because you're doing too much. There is something about your process that is not working smart. So friends, working smart is using posts to continue to connect with your community and point them to your existing content using a playlist. Y'all, check out Reset with CC. Y'all, her goal at this moment is to get to 100 subscribers. And I know we're going to do our part to help her to get there. So if you are interested in health and wellness, is particularly a weight loss content, check out Reset with CC. And when you get there, let her know that Kendi K sent you. And friends, we also want to give our shout outs to a member of our content creator collective. You've already met her earlier during this stream. It's Sandra James Living It. Y'all, she has smashed through one of her first goals, and that was to get to 500 subscribers. And do you see that little plus sign? 500 subscribers and growing. Yes. And friends, all she needs now for initial monetization is to get to 3,000 watch hours, y'all. So I encourage you, Sandra James, is to continue to send folks over to your content. I see a URL link. That is lovely. That means she is pushing folks to her existing content. She is working smart. Yes, she is. But when I look closer, I don't see the word playlist in that URL, Sandra James. So friends, make sure point folks to your playlist. But I will tell you something that Sandra James does very well. Y'all, she is the master of the end screens. Once you click over and you watch one of her pieces of content, her long form videos or her live streams, friends, it's going to take you right on into the next piece of her content. You're going to stick and stay with Sandra James Living It. Friends, she's a colorectal cancer survivor and thriver. And friends, she's a valuable part of the YouTube content creator collective. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Brenda, for being here. And we want to welcome back Monique Poe. And thank you for being a member of Kendi K's core crew. Friends, thank you all so much. Friends, don't forget, in part 1 of our 3-part series on the power of playlists, you can learn how to create a playlist directly from your cell phone. I was able to fully monetize my channel, starting with about 200 subscribers to full monetization in just 6 months using just my iPhone 15 Pro Max. And friends, you can too. And so I could show you step by step during part 1 of this 3-part series on the power of playlists, how to create a playlist using your smartphone, or if you want to learn how to batch create playlists, then I show you that on the full horizontal edition of that part 1 of this 3-part series. In part 2, we focused on packaging and marketing our playlist to our viewers and our subscribers. And if you're a monetized content creator, to your members of your channel. And I'm speaking about that because, friends, that is how you're using your existing long form videos and your live streams. I do not recommend, I repeat, I do not recommend that you put shorts into a public playlist. Friends, if you want to know why, check out part 1 and part 2 of this 3-part series. Friends, don't forget, friends, when we talk about memberships, friends, if you've never, ever received a membership on anybody's channel, you probably are missing this one setting that you need to turn on, friends. So don't forget to check out episode 121 of Shop Talk, live Q&A for the YouTube content creator. Friends, and speaking of becoming a member, I invite you at this moment to become a member of Kendi K's core crew. Y'all click on the join button and get all the details. I want to thank the members of my core crew and Kendi K's crew. Monique Poe, thank you. Core crew member. Sandra James Living It, thank you. Core crew member. Monique Poe, thank you. Core crew member. Grant's Faithful GLP1, thank you. Core crew member. And Grant scored a prize during last month's prize pack pick worth valued at $150. He won a week of one-on-one coaching with Coach Kendi K all day. Grant is reaching towards initial monetization right now. And friends, he is steadily growing that YouTube channel, friend. And I applaud you. We salute you, Grant's Faithful GLP1 Journey. And y'all check him out. And when you do, let him know that Kendi K sent you. Shout out to our moderators for today, Gemini Diva 79 and Monique Poe. Thank you all for being you in these YouTube streets and as your own content creators. We want to welcome Life with Wanda 5537. Thank you for being a member on my channel. So many folks. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Sandra James says she's going to be promoting her playlist more. And friends, we're getting ready to come down from this place. Thank you for being you. Thank you for rocking and riding with me. Friends, I wish you a great Sunday. And y'all be cool in these YouTube streets. Y'all have a growth mindset. Spend some time working on your own content and activating the power of playlists. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's that time again, we shine again. From rivers to the night west wind. It's love, it's life, it's every day. Candy K all day. Morning like coffee in a hand. Taking over with a master plan. Simple things make the spirit stay. We find joy in the everyday. Keep it real, that's the only way. For the love and all you make. From him, the dreams that play. We go up and up. We live, we good, we got it. Every time she does, we find it. Our way, we can't she got us on the heart that being love. Ain't no stopping when her light gon' show. Every smile got a story to stay. She's building peace in her own. Love and journey, not the race. Every season got its grace. We rise, we pray, we stay. And I'm going to stop right there because I see a question that I overlooked earlier. And while we're still here, y'all, that's what we do here on Shop Talk. It's creators helping creators. And friends, we have a question coming in from a creator, Grant's Faithful GLP1 Journey. He asked, are watch hours as big an issue after getting monetized? That, friends, there's only one thing that you need to be focused on before monetization and after monetization. And it, friends, is your watch hours. That is the biggest metric as a YouTube content creator, friends, it is your watch hours. Friends, it is those watch hours that are going to get you to monetization. You need 3,000 watch hours on your long form videos and your live streams to get to partial or initial monetization. And you need 4,000 watch hours on your long form videos and your live streams in the last 365 days, friends, because if you don't reach that initial monetization or full monetization in 365 days, you will begin to lose the watch hours in the same order that you gain them day by day. And friends, watch hours is the thing that determines how much YouTube Partner Program ad revenue you get. Because, friends, the more watch hours you get, that equates to more views on your content. And the longer your content, the more watch hours you stand to get on your content. And that means that the YouTube Partner Program can put ads before your great content, after your great content, or if you create content that is longer than 8 minutes, they'll be able to put commercials or ads down in the middle of your content. Friends, it's all based on watch hours and how long folks are binge watching your content. That determines how much of that YouTube Partner Program revenue you get in your YouTube check. Friends, what a great question. And I'm so happy that I saw that. If you do have any other questions, go ahead and drop those now. I'm happy to. You're welcome, Sandra James. Thank you all for the kind words. That's what we do here on Shop Talk, is creators helping creators. And friends, let me just pop right through for just another second or two here, making sure that I have not missed anyone's question during this episode of Shop Talk. Yes, they're just, y'all, watch hours are the biggest engagement metric. Are there other engagement metrics? Sure. How many subscribers you get in, how many folks who hit your like button or double tap that screen. And I thank you to the kind humans who did that. And friends, but where does it level up? Hitting the like button versus how long folks binge watched your content, how long folks stayed actively viewing your content. It's called the AVD metric, the average view duration and the average view percentage. AVD and AVP. Friends, it's like this for likes, and it's like this for how long folks are watching your content. Friends, watch hours will always remain the most important thing for the YouTube content creator, Friends, thank you for rocking and riding with me in these YouTube streets. And Grant, thank you for dropping such a great question. I am happy to answer it. Thank you for the opportunity to answer that. And y'all, let's get ready and let's go. Thank y'all.